Hey guys, welcome to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Edmund and I've been working as a data scientist for the past 5 years from small startups to big companies. In today's video, I'm going to talk about the top 5 reasons why you should not become a data scientist. See, your data scientist job was rated as the sexiest job of the 21st century. You have heard of all the good stuff, right? Very rewarding career, where you can make great impact by being a data scientist. Also a very high paid job with great career prospects. But in reality, data scientist is not for everyone. And what do I mean by that? I've seen many people who landed a data scientist job and really suffer miserably in their career because of the misaligned expectation between what they thought, what they would do in their job and what they actually did in their jobs. And the worst thing that can happen to you is when you put in so much time and effort, to become a data scientist, and it turns out that it's not what you really wanted. Eventually you end up wasting so much of your time and energy. So hopefully by the end of this video, you will learn more about the data scientist role in general and see if it's a good fit and there's a good career path that you want. So let's get started. Reason number 1, you should not become a data scientist if you don't enjoy learning programming, statistics, or business. Now, why is that so, right? Because data science essentially is a multidisciplinary career that involves so many different disciplines and skill sets that you have to learn and master, including programming, statistics, software engineering, sometimes data engineering, and of course the business side of things. Essentially, data science comprises of these 3 different main fields, I would say. First one, computer science or programming. Second one is math or statistics. And the third one of the most important ones, which is the business domain. If you don't understand the business itself, there's no point doing all these data analytics and programming that can't even solve the business problems. If you just want to focus on one thing, so let's say programming, and you don't want to care about everything else, and you don't want to learn other disciplines as well, then data science might not be the right career path for you, because really, data science is not just about programming. You have to learn so many different skill sets that sometimes it feels a bit overwhelming, especially when you are beginners. I felt that when I first started, but it is really a fun journey so far for me because I got to learn so many different skill sets that really make my career fun and rewarding. Reason number 2, you should not become a data scientist if you only want to do machine learning. I know it's a tough pill to swallow, I get it. But it's very easy to think that, as a data scientist, you just only need to build machine learning models all day long and change the world, just like how ChatGPT does. Right now, the AI war between Google and Microsoft. However, in reality, most business problems don't actually need machine learning to be solved. Sometimes all you need is just an Excel spreadsheet, a SQL query, a simple Python code to do some, data analytics or visualization. And that's it. Just simple tools that you'll be able to solve those problems without using any machine learning models. You'll be very frustrated when you step into this field and realize that actually data scientist is not what you thought it is. It is not about building model. Essentially, data scientist is about using data to solve business problems, and that's it. How do you solve it? We don't care. Whether it's machine learning, whether it's just simple spreadsheet, whether it's SQL queries, whether it's Python programming, like the tools themselves are just tools. Your eventual goal is to really solve business problems. So if you really want to do only machine learning, then I think AI engineer or machine learning engineer might be a better option for you instead of a data scientist role, because those roles are what's specializing in machine learning. Reason number 3, you should not become a data scientist if you don't like to sell your solution to others. Now, why is that so? I actually learned this lesson the hard way. It's because as a data scientist, you need to have a good communication skill. You need to be very good at data storytelling. And that's because you can do the best data analytics in the world. You can build the best machine learning models in the world. But if you can't even convince your boss, your stakeholders to take action based on your insights, based on your solution, it is still useless, because all your data analytics, all your machine learning models will just stay inside the PowerPoint slides without having any value at all. And I know this is sad, but that's very true in reality. I actually face it myself personally. I still remember in my previous company whereby I was a data scientist, I couldn't convince my stakeholders to take action based on my insights and my solution. Of course, they listened to my presentation, but nothing happened after that. So I was clueless. Like, why didn't they take action based on my suggestion, based on my recommendation? One day when I was preparing my presentation slides for another meeting, and a senior data scientist just came towards me and asked me, "Hey Edmund, what is the story that we're going to tell in the meeting later?" And I couldn't understand what he meant at first, because I was just a bit confused by what he meant by story, because aren't we supposed to share with them the facts, the data that we have? After hearing how he did his presentation himself after a few times, and he managed to convince the stakeholders to take action every single time, I begin to realize one thing, and that is every time when he presented the slides, he actually framed it into a very compelling story in such a way that even non-technical people were able to understand the insights and they take action based on the recommendation. That realization itself, to me, is life-changing, because I begin to see presentation is not just showing PowerPoint slides, it's not just sharing facts, but rather it's a storytelling session whereby I need to use stories to sell my solution, my insights to others. In short, facts tell, but stories sell. But if you don't like to sell your solutions using storytelling, or you just don't like to talk to other people, you don't like the presentation and all of this stuff, then you begin to realize that when you step into this data science field as a data scientist, you feel very frustrated when you are presenting to your stakeholders. Maybe you are not good at it, maybe you just don't like it. Then data science career might not be the best fit for you, in my opinion. Reason number 4, you should not become a data scientist if you don't like learning new things constantly. The tools, the technology in data science keep changing almost every single day, especially AI tools, the programming tools, and all of this stuff. So you really have to keep yourself updated by following the trends, the news, what are the latest tools outside that you can utilize to make yourself more productive and also make your work better. If you don't really like learning new skills or keeping up with these industry trends, then data scientist role might not be a good fit for you. Okay, the last reason number 5, you should not become a data scientist if you don't like working with other people. If you just think that data scientist is just about, sitting in your own cubicle, coding, programming, doing your analysis, running your machine learning models without talking to other people, then I think you are probably wrong, because data science by itself is a very collaborative work by nature. Unless you join a very early stage startup, like pre-seed to seed stage startup, then you are one of the few founding employees, then yeah, you're right. Then you are almost a solo player. Very likely you won't collaborate with so many people, or you're just by yourself doing your stuff, right? But if you join a mid-sized company or you join a big company, then very high chance that you'll be working with other stakeholders, including product managers, data engineers, machine learning engineers, and also other data scientists in general for any other projects. So if you just want to be a solo player doing your own stuff, running your own show, then data scientist might not be a good fit for you. There you have it, the top 5 reasons you should not become a data scientist. You don't enjoy learning programming, statistics, or business. You only want to do machine learning. You don't like to sell your solution to other people. You don't like learning new things constantly. And finally, you don't like working with other people. If for any of these reasons that you feel like you are having them, then I think you should consider, whether data science is the career path that you want. I hope you find this video helpful to you today. If you have any questions or feedback, feel free to leave a comment below. I will try my best to answer it. So thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.